1,000 words ain't enough to define the body up, yeah. Got a look and she wants it back. She's firing up that body up, yeah. You think that I want you, but nah, babe. You're one in a million, but it's not for me. I'm not into girls with a plastic trace. Don't take it too personal.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm using the new NATASHA DENONA Lila palette. When I saw this palette for the first time coming by on Instagram, I was like, OMG, I need this palette. So I received this palette 2 days ago because I'm on the pre-order list, and I'm so grateful that they sent me this palette because it's so gorgeous. And yeah, today I'm going to show you how I used it and what I created with it. And of course I always prime my eyelids. I use the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ocher. And now I'm going in with the shade Nude Mauve. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade. And I'm going to blend this all over in my crease. What I noticed with the NATASHA DENONA eyeshadows is that they are really soft and very easy to blend. But at the same time they also give great color payoff. Sometimes when eyeshadows are really soft, they don't have like a lot of color payoff. But these eyeshadows basically have everything. They're blendable, they have a lot of pigmentation, they're just amazing. So I'm just blending my brush back and forth until everything is well blended out. And now I'm going in with the shade Nude Vino. And I'm going to start with applying this in my outer V to sort of darken it up that area. And once there isn't like a lot of product anymore on my brush left, I'm going to focus a little bit more all the way to my crease. But I want like the most product to be in my outer V. So you can really see that it is much more darker in that area. And that's what I'm going for, so that's perfect. And the brush that I'm using is the Gabyros makeup brush in the number R202. Now I'm going in with the shade June, I don't know how to pronounce this, but okay, it's a very pretty cool tone champagne kind of color. It's more on the cool side than on the warm side, so I have no idea how to explain this shade, but I'm going to apply this in my inner corner to give it that bright effect. And you can also apply this brush wet to give it more of a metallic finish. Now for the next shade, I'm going in with the shade Livid. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with these words. Especially some palettes have like very hard words, and that makes it even harder. But I'm going to apply this shade right next to the shade I just applied. And I'm also going to slightly apply this straight on top of it to make these shades kind of melt into each other. And for this, I'm using the MAC 242 brush, one of my favorite brushes. Now the next shade is Magentic, and this was like, when I got this palette I was like, I want to make a look using this shade because I don't think I've ever used a shade like this. Of course I have made looks using pink, but this is like a metallic pink and I've never used that as far as I know. And also I had this glitter by MAC Cosmetics which I wanted to use for so long, and this is like the perfect match, so I was dying to try this out. So now I'm using my finger because I noticed that it just works better, it gets more color payoff. So now to blend out the edges, I'm going in with Nude Vino. Just to make sure that the crease and my eyelid are sort of blending together, because sometimes when you apply metallics they look kind of harsh on the eyelid. So I try to prevent that harsh effect by going back in with my blending brush. So now I'm using the shade Amara, and I'm going to apply a little bit of this in my outer V just to darken it up a little bit, and because this one has more of a reddish undertone, it gives a different effect. It's not like a huge difference, but I just wanted to try it out. So now for on my eyelid, I'm going in with the MAC Reflects Very Pink Glitter, that's the name. So it's a glitter with a very pink reflect. And I'm really liking the MAC glitters. I also use the MAC Reflects Gold very often. It's just a very subtle glitter, which I think is so pretty. And I'm going to apply this straight on top of my eyelid. And I'm focusing the most in my middle part, like where that pink eyeshadow is. but to make it look like better, I'm also focusing on the area around that, so it just blends in better with all the other eyeshadows as well. And I'm using that same MAC 242 brush. And to make the glitter stick on my eyelid, I'm using the MAC Mixing Medium. I will put the name also in the description in case you're wondering, but this is just like a sticky consistency which you can apply on your brush, and then you can dip it into the glitter and press it on your eyelid, and that will make like the glitter stick to your eyelid. This is definitely one of my favorite glitter glues. It's not really like a glitter glue, but I use it like that. I believe you can use it for many more things, but I really like it. So I removed my shadow shield, and you can see it really left me with that super strong line. Now I'm going in with the Makeupgeek Corrupt eyeshadow. I wanted to stick with like only using the palette, but it didn't really own like a super dark shade, so that's why I was kind of forced to go in with this black one. So I am applying this using my Sigma eyebrow brush. And yeah, this is just the eyebrow brush, but it's really flat, so you can work really precise with this by creating a thin line. And I applied it along that line that my shadow shield created for me, and also a little bit above my lash line. So now I'm going in with a different brush, which is the Dose of Colors pencil brush, with that same black eyeshadow on it, and I'm blending this also a little bit above my lash line and on the place where I would normally fill in my wing. Because when you create a wing, you create like that thick area of your wing, like your wing, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm applying that black eyeshadow now. Now the next product I'm using is the TheBalm Schwing Liquid Liner, and I'm going to use this to create a thin line above my lash line. And if you recreate this, this is not necessary, but I notice every time I apply my lashes and I'm not wearing any eyeliner, I kind of feel like the lash band doesn't really connect very well on my eyelids. I don't know, you can see like the end of the lash band and the beginning. And when I apply eyeliner, it gets less visible because you apply it on the black liner and it kind of disappears in the liner, if that makes sense. So I feel like this just looks a bit better. So now I'm going in with the shade Amera again, same which I have blended in my outer V. And now I'm going to use this using a flat diviner brush by Sigma and press this right underneath my lower lash line. And if you haven't seen my favorite brushes video, I will link it down in this video, where I talk about all my favorite brushes, and I also mentioned this brush. So now I'm going to use the shade Nude Fino again, and I'm going to use this shade to blend out that Amera shade. And I'm using my Dose of Colors pencil brush for this. I'm just going to sweep my brush back and forth. Now I'm going in with the Corrupt eyeshadow again by Makeupgeek, and I'm going to use this to apply underneath my lower lash line as well, but I'm focusing more at my outer V part, so my lower lash line connects with my wing. Not really my wing, but my smoked out wing, because I use these same shades over there. So now I'm going in with the shade Magentic, and I also wanted to use this for underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to use that Dose of Colors pencil brush again, and I'm applying a little bit of this underneath my lower lash line, a little bit at the beginning and in the middle part, but not going all the way to my outer V. And then for in my inner corner, I'm going back in with the shade which I can't pronounce and I'm going to press a little bit more of that. I also used this at the beginning of my eyelid, but I just felt like applying a bit more of this looked better. And also I'm using this for underneath my brow bone, and I just feel like the whole eye look is now completed. Just a little bit shine in my inner corner underneath the brow, it always makes a huge difference. So now for my waterline, I use the MAC Fascinating Eye Pencil, which is just a simple white pencil. And for my mascara, I use the TheBalm Matte Lash Mascara, one of my current favorites. And of course I popped on some lashes. I did this off camera, and the ones that I'm wearing are by my own lash company, Anytude. And this is the style Snobby, but I will link all the details down in the description bar. So this is already the end of the video. I really hope you enjoy watching. I hope you liked the outcome of this look. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. This will be really sweet and helpful. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!
1,000 words ain't enough to define the body up, yeah. Got a look and she wants it back. She's firing up that body up, yeah. You think that